Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 180 of the Disney Universe podcast. We are live for the first time in a long time here. So, Irish crickets, here we go.
Doing them live Monday night raw.
Absolutely. So, what's up, Manny? Thanks for jumping in. So, we're going to be doing our live spoiler-free. Yeah, these guys again. We're going to be doing our live Tron Ares.
Spoiler full.
Yes.
Spoiler full and filled. Before we get to that, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Alex. What's up, man? How you doing?
Salutations. Fresh back off the grid and, back to the doldrums of the 9 to 5. But before we get into that, we get to get into this in a little bit of DU TV Live. It's been a while.
Absolutely. So we got a whole conversation going. Thank you guys for joining us. This is Signs of Amusement people. So welcome. And thanks for coming in. So we got to follow these two shenanigans down.
Our video, and we're like, hey, come on over.
Absolutely. So speaking of our guests, we are joined by Jason and Steve, Signs of Amusement and all that good stuff. Back from you guys, it's been a while since you guys have been here, but glad you're back and nerding out with us. So would you let our audience know a little bit about what you guys do and how awesome you are? Because I think you're awesome.
So I'm Jason from Signs of Amusement, and I make, can you guess, signs like that one right there. Steve made this one. And
we quiet after I'm
we make content. We Monday nights, which right now, like I said just before, we do a live build where we try to design something like this one. We actually have 8 episodes of me designing this from scratch, the graphic and everything, and then building it and all that. And
that was good. That was perfect, right?
And then Fridays we do ride through commentary, which we watch our friend LMG Vids, who makes really cool low light ride throughs of Disney and
Universal. All the POVs and stuff. Yeah.
And we do a commentary about it, and have a guest on and not guest on, but guest on. I always do that all the time. And then we have fun. Conversation goes wherever it goes.
And then somebody to do Gaston in character one Friday night.
It's Gaston.
Saturdays at 11 is our podcast, which we call Discovering Magic Podcast, similar to this kind of thing. And then once a month on the last Sunday of the month, we do our trivia show, which is live. And there's 3 episodes and 3 different winners, and it's a fun time. So even our other co-host, Sharon, they do all the questions. So
we had it yesterday.
Yep, we had it yesterday, which the month before was on Tron.
Oh, perfect timing. So, of course, we'll get into some signs and possibly some light disc requests coming up over here. So, who almost won? Oh, you almost won. Next time. But I've been lucky enough to be in your guys' show a couple times, so that's always a fun time. And I know I was scheduled to come on a couple times, but I'm flaky sometimes, so I apologize.
I had lunch with Udi and Christy today.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. And the sign we did today was from JB. Jason.
Main Game Magic.
Oh, Braden. Yeah. Main Game Magic.
We call him JB because I'm Jason, so he can.
Yeah, of course.
So he's JB. So.
And we'll be seeing him this weekend, me and Alex. We'll get more on that later on. But thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, we're going to nerd out for a little bit, and but before we do that, we got our normal mousekeeping we're going to run through. So of course we couldn't do this show on the podcast feeds or YouTube here, and actually right now on Facebook Live and Twitch Live. So if you're wondering how come we're there, just chime in here and chat with us. But we could not do this with some very special people. And who are those? special people, Alex.
Master control of the Disney universe, of course. That is our DU crew. We couldn't do it without you. You guys keep the grid running over here at Disney Universe Podcast. So big ups to Jen, Salah. We got Alfredo, Wedge Antilles, John, Jacob. I'm forgetting 2 people. I didn't open my thing to the right page.
Tyler,
John, Jacob, Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I was going to say.
I was about to say the truth.
I'll get it back in a second. But yeah, shout out to the DU crew. You get these amazing shout outs where we try and remember your names every episode. What do we got?
While drinking.
Tyler, King of the Bags, of course. And I think that's it. I'm pretty good. We've had a steady group for a while. But if you want to make this group bigger and make it even harder for me to remember, which I'd love for you to do, head over to patreon.com/DU crew. Find out about all the perks of those 2 tiers that make this possible.
I'm going to join just so you don't say my name.
yeah,
It's possible. But there's no guarantee.
And if he never doesn't say your name, then you have to take a drink.
oh,
There's a
that's no
guarantee of
problem.
that, for sure.
And of course, if you're new to the show and you found us through YouTube and this live feed, and you want to listen to the audio version, we are part of the Walt's Apartment Productions podcast feed. There's tons of shows there. Well, we kind of slimmed them down, but we got the regular Walt's Apartment live on Wednesdays. Walt's Apartment Presents, where Sean interviews people, whether they're influencers, YouTubers, all that good stuff will be on the show. We got Disney Universe, the Tiki Cast, and then our Park-centric show, Extra Magic Hour, and then our Imagineer fandom show, Imagine That. So check those out anywhere you listen to podcasts, and you can subscribe here on the DU TV on YouTube. Like you said, we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook, so you can check us out there. And yeah, but once again, we are going to be talking about Tron Ares, the 3rd film in the installments. I'm just going to kind of throw that little thing here, directed by Joachim Ronin. Writers, which this has kind of surprised me, Steve Lisberger is credited as a writer, and he's the creator of Tron, so that's kind of cool that he's into this. Starring and produced by Jared Leto, starring Greta Lee, Jeff Bridges, Evan Peters, Jodie Turner-Smith, Gillian Anderson, Asim Minhaj, Arturo Castro. I don't know why they have Cameron Monaghan. He was hardly in it. And then a couple other people. That was pretty cool.
Because we know who he is.
Yes, exactly.
Just for us.
It was Cal Kestis in the grid.
In the grid. Made a lot of sense.
Yeah,
so that
but
means Jedi Survivor is canon or something.
Absolutely. They had the kind of like the lightsaber little ribbon. So quick synopsis. This movie takes place 15 years after the events of Tron Legacy, and NCOM has kind of been in different hands. Sam Flynn has left due to personal reasons, taken over by the Kim sisters, Eve and
Grace?
Alice. Right?
Alice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're the Wonder Sisters that kind of took it over. And then in the same time, the grandson of Ed Dillinger, Julian Dillinger, is appointed CEO of Dillinger Industries. And I thought, leading up to the trailers, that he was going to be the son of Ed Dillinger Jr., who showed up briefly in Tron Legacy, played by Cillian Murphy, which you thought they were going to. But that's a whole nother. We'll talk about that later. But he's actually the daughter of Gillian Anderson's character, and he's kind of created the way to bring the grid into the real world, which that's where we were kind of left at Tron Legacy. And
sorry, you said daughter of Gillian Anderson's character.
Yeah, I got that.
Son.
No.
But
yes.
But back to that.
Daughter,
are we to assume that Gillian Anderson is maybe the wife of Cillian Murphy, or like sibling?
No, she's sibling.
Yeah.
So yeah, same bloodline.
Yeah.
So Cillian Murphy's his uncle.
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting. I wonder why they didn't just go with the straight through line on that one.
Exactly. Maybe it seemed too easy or something, but so he creates the new Dillinger Systems grid, creates Ares, which is his grid's master control program. Basically, their grid's Tron, and
not just the master control, but the security program, which is what Tron was.
Exactly.
When people say there's no Tron in here, technically right, but wrong. So
exactly. And we won't get too much into it because a lot of people haven't seen Tron Uprising, but they do mention in that show how, which is featuring Tron, Bruce Boxletter and all, that there can be another Tron, as long as they fight for the users and protect the systems and all that stuff. So check it out. Fun show. But then Tron, Ares, sorry, being that he's an AI program and basically learns a lot. He does the opposite of what the Master Control did in the original Tron. And instead of, like Cybernet take over, he kind of fought against his creator, and because he grew a conscience. So, and wackiness ensues. But we'll just go. I guess we'll start with like initial reactions when you guys saw it. I'll start with our guests. Jason, what did you think when you first came out of the theater?
As it started, playing, and I was watching, and I was like, oh, okay, just okay. And then I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's a little nod there. There's something there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yes. And you just fall in love with it, as you go through it. So I love this thing. I think for me, Legacy is still better. I'm like a super Legacy fan, but this is right up there. So I love that it also can stand alone on its own. Like, you don't have to have watched the others. It kind of explains a little bit, but it is nice if you do know stuff going in, but it does kind of stand on its own. So, but
that's like me. I forgot Legacy, so I don't remember much because I only seen it once or twice. And
I saw it like 10 times in the theater.
Yeah. So coming in and watching Ares, is like, oh, okay, I kind of understand what the heck's going on. So, and I really liked it too. I mean, there was a part in the middle there that was kind of slow for me, but other than that, I got hooked on it right in the beginning. So
nice. What have you, Alex?
Yeah, hooked from the beginning, from the music, man. 9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross threw it down with the soundtrack, which is hard to believe that they could have improved on what Daft Punk did in Tron Legacy, but to an extent, it almost felt like a blending of the original 85 type score with the Tron Legacy score with a little bit more bass, surprisingly or not. But yeah, from that first scene with Ares and Cameron Monaghan going at it, that was, as many reviews have said, sonically and visually, probably one of the best things I've seen all year.
In a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me, I loved it going into it. And I mean, there's no secret to anybody that's listened to us for a while, but I'm a huge Tron fan ever since I was a kid with the original.
Mm-hmm.
I love Legacy. I didn't see it as much as Jason, but I did see it 4 times in the theater. I have seen
it on TV. I gotta watch it. Like, I just sit there and watch it.
I have seen Ares 3 times so far. Every time in 3D because I just want to soak up as much as I can of.
What did you think of 3D?
I love. Well, me and Alex here in Sacramento have Cinemark. I didn't see it in IMAX, but the Cinemark 3D I thought was awesome. I don't know.
I watched it in regular. I've seen it twice now.
Yeah.
I wanted to see it in IMAX, but the IMAX here in my city is a smaller screen. Yeah. So it's kind of a letdown. But
I'm not about the phony IMAXs.
Yeah.
What's IMAX?
I tell you, when I had to go, I didn't say had to go. When I went to go see it the first time, I had to drive 2 hours just so I can get this.
Oh,
because it was
nice.
This is the only real cinema in Arizona, which was 2 hours away from me.
Yeah, luckily mine was only 30 minutes away, but you can't see it, but it's right over.
There was only 6 of these left, and I'm like, can I get 2? They're like, no. I was like, shit.
What? Oh, crazy. No, but I loved it. It went, you see the trailers, which I really limit myself to the trailers, but it went a different way than I thought it was going to go, which
Me too.
made me enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah.
I liked the whole. And once again, I mean, it's been out for a couple weeks, but we're past the spoiler lift. But I love the fact that they're in the real world, but you only had a time limit on how long they could be out there.
Right.
And I thought it was that was a great way because it brought urgency into what they needed to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I thought it was great. And like Alex said, it could stand on its own. But I think it hit the nods enough, especially of the original one. But it did hit the nods of Legacy more than I expected, even though people thought it was really, I mean, even to not to be too nerdy, but even like shots when, the intro when it has Jeff Bridges talking and the whole TV, that was the same way Legacy started. Yeah. And then when they're going through Incom, there's a security guard that's just being lazy, drops the coffee just like the security guard in the in the first one. So, but no, I thought I loved it. I'm still going to try to see it as much as I can as long as it's in the theater. But
and that's like the main thing. Like if you're going to go see this, see it in the theater.
See it. And that's the thing. I think what's happening is why the theater money or whatever you call that, the
box office.
The box office, right? Revenue is so low. I think a lot of people have Disney Plus and they're just going to wait.
They're just going to wait.
Yeah. They don't want to pay to go to the movies. Oh, we have it on because like everything nowadays, everything's streaming. So they're just going to wait till. And I think that has an effect on the box office.
Yeah, and that effect may mean that we don't get another one, But that being said, every Tron has bombed at the box office.
Yeah.
It's just the way, people are like, oh, whatever, But it's all, they become cult classics, and I'm sure this one will follow suit. So.
Yeah, because this is the highest rated theatrical release for the Tron films so far.
And that's the thing. It's like I think it's like 88% since I looked on not the critics, because who cares about them, but the audience poll on Rotten Tomato, the popcorn, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
So,
and I know Legacy was like at 65 or 67 or something, but now you go everywhere on Instagram, they're like, this movie's finally getting the credit it deserves, But so that's why I think this movie, and it's funny because even people that aren't Tron fans have enjoyed it, and like that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And they're like, even if I didn't get what was going on, it was a fun theatrical experience with the music, with the effects, with just everything. So
the special effects are really cool.
Yeah.
Well, as is generally the case with movies, it comes to see that the people who are talking shit about it are usually people that didn't see it.
Right.
Yeah, I know it was a big case with the Snow White movie when that came out. People had preconceived issues with the movie, actors, whatever, and it was kind of written off from the jump. And I think what you said about Disney Plus plays a lot into it, is if I have any sort of misgivings about it from the start, why do I want to go pay $20 a person, let alone for my whole family to go see it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's I always like seeing those popcorn scores, because it shows that the people who are seeing it are actually enjoying it. And that's
cool. Well, and that's why I really wanted to jump on this with you guys, because these things that we're doing here, talking positive and truthfully about things, especially this, is important for other people to see it, to go, make up their own minds, but to give them that chance to go do that,
Yeah.
I commented on somebody else's video, their review, and the guy, like, he did a good job, but he put it down. But he was like, oh, kind of, oh, this is, whatever. But mostly he was like, I don't like it. But then it's like, okay, that's cool. But what about this? And I wrote this long kind of response, and I swear I was just getting like other people, you don't know what you're talking about, or no, this movie sucks. And I'm like, why? You're not saying anything. You're just, whatever.
Yeah, you're just saying it's bad.
You're just saying it's bad, like just like he was saying.
Yeah.
And I got this comment today that replied directly to mine. He's like, "Thank you for your comment. I've seen this movie 4 times now." And I was like, "That's fucking awesome,"
Oh yeah, and
yeah,
like most of the negative comments I've seen have been exactly the same thing. The music's great, the effects are great, the story is weak, and I'm like, it's still a film about a computer world merging with the real world. It's not Saving Private Ryan.
Literally one of these responses that I got was somebody was telling me that there was too much human world and not enough grid. It's the whole purpose of this movie.
Yeah.
And that's how the Legacy just in and Alex just rewatched Legacy. I'll let him say what just like
moments ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Legacy, I mean, is 90% in the grid, and visually it's really cool for that. They did a good job with that world and kind of the evolution of it and playing that into the story. But like you said, the point of this was to bring the grid to the real world. It's kind of, by the time you're getting to the third movie, it's about the what ifs, what if we do this? What if we do that? Let's take a swing. And I thought from the first teaser trailer we see with the light cycles on the road in the real world, I was hooked. I was ready for that. Show me something I haven't seen.
I wanted more light cycles on the road.
Yeah.
And the recognizer going through downtown. I mean, God.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to some of those comments that I got. That some people were like, well, the way things work on the grid shouldn't work the same way they do in real life, which, yes. Why is the recognizer fly? How does the recognizer fly? What
Where's
makes
the
the lights
right?
like streams, and why is it suspended in the air when the cycle goes and tumbles? But it's a movie, people.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes you just gotta, enjoy the movie and not worry about physics.
Back in the day, they used to make films for entertainment.
Yeah, I do. Seriously. Why is the lightsaber? Nobody says like, why is it's a lightsaber. We all enjoy it. So
shut up.
But
let's all get down on the animals talking in Disney movies.
Animals don't talk. I don't like this movie.
Horrible.
No, but and one of the big one of the big negatives comments that I've seen too is Jared Leto. Like people just seem to be hating on Jared Leto just to hate on Jared Leto. And this, I would say, is probably my favorite Jared Leto movie now. And I thought he was great. I thought, I mean, his naivety and his smartness and just the whole thing when he was like, when Eve talking about, going through her text messages and very personal stuff. And, then I just can't get enough. She's like, what? He's like, Depeche Mode, 1982. Just can't get enough.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I really dug his character. I thought it was.
Yeah.
To be fair, I want to say that people are shitting on Jared Leto because Jared Leto seems to be a shitty person, albeit through a lot of rumors, some actual stories that he himself confirmed, i.e. sending a rat to Margot Robbie, sending used condoms and anal beads to other cast members on previous projects in the name of method acting. And it's become a thing with him and Shia LaBeouf, whether it's method acting or just writing yourself off for being an asshole. But I think a lot of people are kind of over that. They're over people like him, continuing to get a platform. And from the moment he was cast in this movie, people said, fuck that. We don't want to see this movie with Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Now, I've had time to think about it. I could not think specifically of another actor that could have been put in his place to do the same thing. That is not to say that it couldn't have been someone. I'm sure there's an unknown out there. An unknown wouldn't have been able to carry the movie, obviously wouldn't have been able to put a producer tag on themselves.
And keep it going when it was,
that's the main thing is, well, first off, Leto is a Tron fan, a super Tron fan. And we wouldn't have this movie if he wasn't a part of it. He's the one who kept it going and got it going. And he's been working on this thing for 9 years. So, yeah.
So
also, Lord of War, I keep saying this, that was an excellent movie with him and Nicolas Cage.
I love that movie.
I think he did a great job in this movie. I can't say oh, he's like robotic. Well, I mean, he's a fucking robot.
He's a program.
Program. Like, I don't know what people are expecting, but he did a good job. And that Cameron Monaghan moment is his his turning point where he's like, well, this is wrong,
Yeah.
And that's his whole arc right there. And he starts learning stuff and growing at that point. So, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he was a bad guy. At least then they could have embraced the hate that was coming towards him. But, I thought the movie was a lot of fun. I mean, I've never been one to let what people are saying on the internet keep me from going to see it for myself. Never been a fan of reviews from when they were in print to when they were on the internet. At the end of the day, right? Opinions are like assholes. We all have one. I prefer my
own. No, he was originally supposed to be the main villain throughout the movie when Sam and Cora were still a part of part 3.
Yeah.
And then once it went through many rewrites and then them not being part of it, they kind of flipped it. But I like how they flipped it because, we get the little nods with Sam and Cora, especially at the end. I will jump here a little bit, but when he's out in the real world and he has the picture of the two of them.
I call it the Batman, the Dark Knight Rises ending.
Yeah.
You're sitting at the coffee table.
Yeah. With a little head nod.
Yeah.
And, there's coordinates to where, and it says last scene, it has Cora. And very, very controversial picture because people are like, is she dying? Is she got blonde hair? She's got headphones. And, but I don't know. It got me excited. Like, oh, we got another one going on.
I mean, we can debate that if you want, but the whole premise of this movie is to find the permanence code.
Yes.
Did she need it, or was she the permanence code? Like, you remember when in Legacy he pulls out and he's like, check that out. Like, so that I think is the permanence code to me.
So this is what I was telling Alex, like after we saw it, and I've been telling friends, and I've had conversations, and I'm in a few Tron groups on Facebook, but I was mentioning that the permanence code could possibly be naturally in ISO's DNA, right. And that's what made them so special in Legacy and in a Miracle and everything.
So they're like a virgins in the Force.
Pretty much, in a way. But it got me thinking the whole plot of like Clue trying to get into the real world, and if they would have made it,
then they would have just died 20 minutes later.
Yeah. That's what I was saying after just finishing watching the movie. I was like, wait, so did she just like die right before seeing the sunrise on the back of that motorcycle?
Yeah,
I don't know. That was more than 29 minutes for her. Because it started in the dark when they left the arcade, and then I don't know.
And that's another little thing, a little nerdy thing I noticed too was, and it hit me like, oh my God, like there's that part where she was just like in awe of the sunrise. And then that picture of her looked like it was taken around the sunrise again. So she's still intrigued by sunrises, apparently, unless I'm thinking too much into it, which is probably possible. But no, I think that's what he's looking for, that, that she's got the permanence code in her if she's still out on her own naturally.
Yeah. I don't know what the personal reason would be, except for he just was like, I have this awesome chick now. I'm just going to go hang out with her.
Yeah.
But I don't think she died.
But maybe she's still, she's alive, but maybe she's weak. I don't know. And they're trying to. So. Yeah.
But I don't know. I love that they added that in there, because we wouldn't have got anything if that wasn't there, like with them in it. And obviously, like we're saying, it kind of opens the door for the next one, which I hope happens, because that'd be awesome if they have all of them in it.
Oh yeah. And before we get to the end, like I mean, we were talking about the references and stuff, but the full blown going back to the Flynn's 80s grid.
Yeah.
Was
great. I love
that. Master, and seeing that in 3D, the old school light cycle, seeing even the crash mark.
It's still
wall.
there.
I mean,
I love when he gets in. He's like, classic.
Yeah.
And he talks the bit and bite little ball, so that's kind of cool.
I think I
Which
shouted out.
Actually, they're in Legacy too on the fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was huge, and that was a great, with a Flynn program, and so. And anytime seeing any, I mean, I know it was a little museum, but the way they made it still look like Flynn's arcade, his office was still cool. So
yeah,
But I mean, Evan or Julian turning into Sark at the end was again with
I
the
got
old school disc.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like, oh no way.
Yeah,
but red disc.
Yeah. And speaking of Julian, we're talking about like Jared Leto and how great he did. I thought the entire cast was actually really good too. Greta Lee, I thought was a great character.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of negative comments about her, and I'm like, why? Like everybody's doing a good job from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Me too. And I mean, every character I thought was, of course, being Star Wars fans, we wanted to see more Cameron, but it was cool. But I thought everybody was cool, even the comic relief guy.
Yeah, that was actually one of my favorite characters. Like, he was just like, well, I can make burritos in here, and they show him later with burrito wrappers. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, Evan Peters is great too. I think that was actually my biggest joy from the cliffhanger ending, is being able to see him more on the grid side and come back. He's just he manages to be both evil and annoying little brother sort of like energy at the same time, which is great. But like when you can balance it like this, it gives you this perspective as the viewer, and generally as a viewer, you put yourself in a protagonist role where you're like, this little pipsqueak's so annoying, I could squish him. And then all of a sudden he does something real evil. You're like, oh man, I underestimated him. So to have that sort of range in your hateability is really cool. And that's specific to him.
Yeah.
Especially that scene when they're, Tron, or I keep calling him Tron.
Yeah.
But Ares is like, well, if we extract the code, it'll de-res her in this world and your world.
Yeah.
And, you see him like thinking about it and like, screw it, she's toast.
Yeah.
It's like,
dude. I don't care.
So no, I thought he did great. And the way it ended, I hope, like Jason, I hope we get more. If by any chance we do not get more, I think I would still call this a solid trilogy, something I'll always be a fan of. But Alex, before we start recording, and I've heard a couple of people talking about this too, but if they were to go on with a further story, he had his thoughts on how they could do that.
For a Disney Plus adaptation. And I think part of the reason is how much I loved watching Alien Earth, what they were able to do with that series, in the time frame of it. The amount of time they had to tell the story, I think would be great for this Tron, especially. I mean, I don't foresee it becoming an FX after 9 p.m. show, but I think we'd all be here for that as well. But just, the hour long, the music, with how complicated the whole idea of, computers being in the computer coming out, and especially in this day and age where we are in the middle of this AI revolution.
Yeah,
I think, it's timely, it's topical, and if this is you, Jared Leto, put your money where your mouth is and keep it happening. I don't care if Disney's hemorrhaging money for this shit. We want to see the story go on, so make it happen.
It's hard to put it in a nutshell.
It's very hard to put it in a nutshell,
because that's what part of the
similarly
movie.
To Alien Earth.
You can say that again.
It's hard
At
to
the
put
end
in a
of Alien
nutshell.
Earth, I was like, you guys left this where you have to give me more. If you don't give me more, I'm going to be pissed. And that's the way I felt at the end of Tron Ares.
Yeah. And sidetracking Alien Earth was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised Disney doesn't have a commercial, like a trailer, like, see why audiences are enjoying it. And by the way, if you are an audience member who enjoyed it, you better see it 10 more times like Jason so that we can see another one, because we are losing money fast. Yeah. Like in the quotes, New York Post.
It should just come up. Look, if we're not making this much money, you ain't getting the next one. So get in the theater.
Y'all got to keep watching. Yeah, I mean, movies should just be like crowdfunders now, right? Be like, hey, if you guys make this much at the box office, you get another one.
Well, I mean, you are a Disney podcast, so we talk about this all the time. So stop making movies that don't matter, and stop giving movie projects to people who have never really directed anything. It's like, oh, you made a documentary or something. Here's a Star Wars franchise. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, you have
Focus
no
on
clue
one
what
movie
Star Wars
a
is
year
about.
and focus on one major attraction in the parks, and that's where your money goes. But you keep making all these other movies here and there that don't make money, and things like this suffer because you're not like advertising it, or people are bad mouthing things, and it's just dumb. There could be a lot better things they can do.
Especially with a big complaint is like, oh, Disney doesn't do any original IP. They just do all these other stuff. It's like, well, this is original IP, and people are like, Disney shouldn't be handling Tron, or it's like, and the same thing happened with Elio. I've yet to see Elio, but I think Alex saw it and enjoyed it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, we're at a much different place than we were 10 years ago and 20 years ago as far as how word gets around on things. And obviously that can be a gift and a curse. Encanto is a good example of a movie that didn't get a wide release, I believe in part because of the pandemic. But when it hit Disney Plus and blew up through word of mouth, it ended up, being one of the bigger movies. We don't talk about Bruno, huge song, viral thing. But the flip side of it is, if this movie came out 20 years ago, we wouldn't have had all the avenues for people to be bad-mouthing Jared Leto. I mean, I guess you can make the case his transgressions hadn't happened yet. As I was going down the rabbit hole, it seemed he had a pretty clean repertoire in 2001, 2002. But we're just living in a different world, and it seems that the landmines a studio is trying to navigate to keep a movie success. It's almost a wonder of how a movie can be successful in this day and age. When everybody's out to hate on something, everybody is trying to make a video or a post of clickbait on why something was so horrible. Because at the end of the day, you're not really shocking anybody by saying something's good. You're not... in actuality, it seems to be that we are in the smaller group of saying positive feedback and things. But
today's age, we all have a voice, and unfortunately, that voice goes far. And hopefully, this goes far too. But you can say the wrong thing, and everybody takes it literally, and. Look at Star Wars, the prequels, or the next sequels. This is too much like Force Awakens, or Force Awakens is too much like the New Hope, whatever. And then you go the next one. This is not like Force Awakens or whatever. Like, what do you want? Like, they're trying to make something different, but keep something similar, and that's not happy. But I see the same thing happening kind of on this. Like I was just saying, oh well, there's too much real world, but that's the premise of this, because that's what the other sequel was supposed to do too, go into the real world. So they're trying to bring you the same thing, but in a different story. But it's like people are still shitting on it. Like, I don't understand it. Just go watch it and you'll see for yourself.
Yeah, I'm like I mentioned, I'm in a couple of different Tron Facebook groups, and everybody in there, they're like, I didn't, wasn't looking too forward because different reasons, but I really loved it. It's a great movie. I've seen it. And I don't see everybody here loves it. And somebody's like, this is a Tron group. We need to share our opinions outside. So like I've posted on my personal one, my thoughts, and, go see it in the theater. I know we got a small voice on our podcast, but I'm always reposting the stories, and I don't care if I'm annoying people. Cause I feel like Starship Troopers. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I didn't do fuck shit. Some of them, but, and I mentioned, like, there's so many fandoms, and Tron is actually, it's a smaller fandom than in Marvel and Star Wars and Disney proper and stuff. But everybody's, again, we've seen the audience score, and people that aren't fans are still liking the movie as, like Jason said, as just a standalone on itself. I remember one of the people that saw it ahead of time. They're like, yeah, it was good, but one thing, there was too much lore. And I'm like, more lore is bad thing because, I mean, a lot of this movie has to, or even the original one with the programs and like touches on religion and like miracles and stuff and legacy. So it's like, I'm like more lore is never a bad thing, especially with something that doesn't have a whole lot, in the first place.
I hate that this story has so much story.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like scrolling down looking for something specific that I wanted to share, but I don't want to say what it is yet.
What I thought was funny was here it's 9 Inch Nails is doing the music and he likes Depeche Mode. They could have put 9 Inch Nails as the one that he liked, as the 88 or whatever one.
Did you guys know that they made a cameo as the fighter pilots?
The fighter pilots, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
I saw that.
Atticus Ross.
I wish it would have been more obvious, like Daft Punk's classic cameo.
Like maybe they could have been like rocking to music or something. Like
I love. I mean, that was Daft Punk in the last movie, but as I had just watched it, I thought it was hilarious that Maestro's just like, hey, give me a soundtrack to this gang fight right now,
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, it was. He's so fun. Like I said, and it's weird too because we've on our show and a couple other shows we've talked about. I'm sure you guys have brought it up too, but how the marketing that Disney's done has been pretty crappy in the past, especially with sci-fi movies ever since
normal
John Carter. They didn't know how to market, but they marketed the hell out of this movie.
Like I want a John Carter sequel still, and so does he.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
and that's like now's the time to do it because Taylor Kitchener, whatever his name is, whatever.
Courtney loved
played John Carter. He's been getting around a lot lately.
So, but they finally market the hell out of this movie. I mean, when we're at D23, they had the panel, and I was losing my mind and everything. And then they stopped. Everything went black, and then you see these lasers, these freaking lasers, pop up all over the arena. Red and makes a grid. And people are like, what's going on here? Then you start seeing the little laser etching. And once you made out that it was 9 Inch Nails, it was like, people were like, I lost my mind. I lost my shit. And, so, I mean, they've been marketing that 9 Inch Nails and not Atticus and Trent Reznor, because they've done music for Social Network. They've done soul. But the fact that they actually branded them as 9 Inch Nails, I thought was pretty incredible and stuff.
Well, we got a couple songs with vocals too. So, I mean, that's different from when they were just doing the score for movies.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So,
I tell you, best original song Oscar is going to be wild this year.
Oh, yeah, because I know you mentioned it, but like,
isn't like a big Demon Hunters, I think, is going to be the kind of a dark horse, but you got good stuff from 9 Inch Nails in this movie, Sinners, good original songs in there. So it'll be, I can't wait to see the nominees.
You know what? I'm going to go side tangent. That whole, if I had a vote though, I mean, other than obviously 9 Inch Nails, that part from Sinners where they go through the whole like history of music. I forget the name of that song.
Yeah, that was kind of. What was funny is I just watched K-pop Demon Hunters yesterday, and there's kind of a correlation in that it's basically talking about how music can open a plane to the like another realm of the ancestors and demons and stuff. And so it was a similar sort of thing. And K-pop Demon Hunters, they were protecting the world from the demons with their music. In Sinners, it was a guy actually was able to play music that transcended the plane they were on and actually called to the spirits. And so that's why the vampire showed up. So it's interesting how through different cultures, there's similar kind of stories about how music can evoke and touch through different spiritual planes.
Yeah. And I've heard people saying like this movie was for anything. It was a visual album, even if you
well, I was going to say, the music's good. And I listened to it before I saw the movie. But when I saw the movie, like I was like, oh yeah. This music
it fit. Yeah.
Like I liked it before, but then I loved it once I saw the movie, you know?
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, it fit, it hit. You definitely another reason to see it on the big screen with that, the sound system. Earlier this year, we went to see Revenge of the Sith for the 20th anniversary.
Oh yeah,
and that's a movie I think we've all seen tons of times. Recently, in our household, we like to put on Star Wars when we go to sleep. So I can, honestly say I've probably seen the opening of Revenge of the Sith at least 10 times in the last year. And when that opening scene and the big, fight over Coruscant happens on the big screen and the sound to go along with it, you're like, whoa, I do not remember it like this 20 years ago. Because, technology, I'm sure there was, not nearly as good sound systems, as much as, the experience on the big screen was still good and different. But for me, with this music and Nine Inch Nails, it was only the second time I could remember being at a movie and honestly wanting to get up and dance. Joey was next to me. He knew I was bopping around. The only other one was Michael Jackson, This Is It. I wanted to get up and dance during that one. But, yeah, I mean, they killed it. It hit on the big speakers, and I still may, both to do my part and to realize my dreams, go back 2:00 on a Tuesday by myself, probably, unfortunately. But I will be dancing. I will be cutting up those dirty popcorn soda stained rugs for sure.
It's funny you say that because I went on a Thursday at 2:00 to go see the first one.
Empty?
Yep, by myself. Like, no, I think
it was pretty light for us on opening night, considering.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody went there in the morning to pick us up, but they weren't at that showing that I was at. And apparently I got word that they went later that day or the next day, but they all picked up their popcorn bucket the day before.
I'm glad your theaters are putting the buckets out when the movie opens. I'm so tired of Cinemark keeps putting them out like a month early. And then if it is something coveted, it's by far sold out by the time the movie comes out.
And I've seen Cinemark has like shopping shelves where they just put the popcorn buckets on them.
Yeah.
Whereas these were in the back,
I got the bucket and the big cup before I saw the movie because me and Courtney were at the mall. Then I got the tumbler one when me and Alex saw it. Then I got the Regal one because I wanted the arcade cabinet. And then I bought Courtney because then her sister went, so I bought her soda so I could get my Tron, and she got my little keychain. But I had a hard time wanting to buy the $75 light cycle bucket because
it slides.
Well, just because there's not a lot of
the actual light cycle going.
Yeah,
the one that was shaped like the bike.
Yeah.
What was the one that Shazzy had? She had the drink with the lid and then had the light cycle.
It's the other cup they had.
Oh, okay.
I think it was also Cinemark.
Yeah, because she's in UK.
They had
it's like it's a regular round clear cup, whatever.
Yeah, it was the lid,
had like a little bobber.
Yeah,
I think it was cool.
I mean,
I'm gonna go see it again tomorrow. $5 at the theater by my house.
Yeah, we got the cheap Tuesdays as well.
Yep. My brother hasn't seen it yet.
Tomorrow night.
I did bring this up on our channel before, or at least with Shaz, but one of the things that I like the most is the way things worked on the grid weren't necessarily the way they worked in the real world.
Yeah.
Like, the light you can cut through and destroy, whatever is there, but when it's in the real life, it just like cuts through it, like it just like a laser.
Yeah.
When a light cycle hits that on the grid, it blows up. But when a car hit it, it just picked up and like launched it. Like it doesn't like destroy things in the same way. Yeah. So I just thought that was kind of cool that they actually made it slightly different the way things were acting to it. So
there you go, physics nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like how his light cycle stopped like on a dime.
Yeah, you can see the
car
little flaps like a jet fly up and it like stopped. And the baby's like,
Hi. Hi, Jared Leto. I loved you in Fight Club. Okay, well, I'm not fine.
Sing?
What I was, huh?
Did you ever see his band live or anything?
Not live, no. Maybe
30 Seconds to Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My last company, not my company, but the company I worked for, we had a suite, and I got to see Linkin Park and Black Sabbath, and Jared Leto was playing. He was like opening up. Pissed me off because every 5 seconds he would stop singing and hold out the mic, and people were like, "We don't know the words."
Yeah, we don't know your songs, bro.
And like he would do it again, and like he was like, "I'm like, just sing it."
Shout out to you for having a tight knit group of fans, but they are not all here.
I tell you though, he was running around
new ones by the second.
But it was like it pissed me out. Like, stop doing that. No one cares. Like, just sing your song.
I'll admit, I after my first showing, I actually started following him on Instagram. Just because he was posting a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and there's the one where it's like when you're fighting in the grid, but you still got to make it to band practice. So he's in full Ares costume playing the guitar and stuff.
I'm surprised he didn't push for any sort of musical appearance on the soundtrack. But I guess if anything, Nine Inch Nails is a band you can't really, we can play with. Not to say he couldn't play with them, but it's not like it was some newer band where he's like, well, we should have a higher billing than them.
Yeah, and I think like Jason mentioned, like I think he's a big enough Tron fan where he probably like, all right, who'd be really cool. Because you can't top Daft Punk, but it'd be really close. Nine Inch Nails.
There was some behind the scenes that they were talking about what bands they would do it, and somebody was a fan of theirs, and I think Trent is also a Tron fan.
Yeah. Oh, so you can tell.
And I think like they reached out, and he's like, "Really?" He's like, "Well, hell yeah."
Yeah.
But,
and I'm just hoping, because the last time I was at Magic Kingdom was 2 months before they opened Light Cycle Run, and we're going at the end after Thanksgiving, and I'm hoping that they still have the overlay, which I doubt they will, but
I think they will. I think they will, but
it sure did look cool.
We I went there with Shazzy and Sammy, our other two co-hosts, to meet our other co-hosts who lived in Florida, Lewis and Kenny. This guy was the only one who didn't go. Well, and Zach.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, right. That day it rained, and we had the not so scary Halloween party.
No.
I was done. Like, I couldn't walk anymore. And that was on the 4th day, like in a row.
Oh, yeah.
And I should have done it because, like, I was just like, hey, you guys go. Shaz and I almost want to say Leo.
Lewis. Yeah.
Lewis, they wrote it 5 times in a row. Just, and it was all, all in red. And they have Nine Inch Nails playing too. So.
Yeah, because it came into the station. I don't know what it's called. And then it turned into red. It's all blue first, and then it turned into red, and then they took off.
And that was kind of cool too. Like it wasn't just red. Like they made a whole like little story about it.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool.
Master Control took over.
Yeah, when they announced that, I always said that was never. If there was ever something on my Disney Parks bingo card, riding a Tron roller coaster with Nine Inch Nails blasting would not be on that yet. I'm so excited to ride that. I know I've heard it's short and stuff, but I don't care. I can't wait.
When you launch and come out of the canopy and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you've been on the Pony Express at Knott's Berry Farm, it's the same type of ride. But that's even shorter too. That one's like half as long.
That's like 30 seconds and you're done.
I have been on the Pony Express.
You get kind of locked in the scene, but your legs aren't like locked how that one is. But.
Yeah. So Do you think so? You know, the big question, we kind of touched on it before, but um, do you think there's enough? You know, if they don't go the Disney Plus route, do you think we will see Tron again on the big screen?
I do, but the way that I know how Disney works is if they don't make money, they're not going to do it right away.
Yeah.
Unless, like you're saying, they happen to do a Disney Plus show. But I'm still waiting for the, Society of Adventurers and Explorers show to come out that they canceled or whatever. I don't know. We never heard anything official.
That's a whole other podcast. We'll get you on for that one again.
Yeah.
Because I got thoughts on that.
Here's your sign.
So here's your sign.
Yeah.
Oh, literally. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're just going.
No. Yeah.
I thought you're going blue collar comedy tour for a second.
There's your sign, Joey.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the thing? On my video on this?
If you tell me which one, I will.
I did.
I know. I'm flaky. I told you. I'm sorry.
Once I finish painting it, this one is yours.
Awesome. I will watch it. I did hear a rumor though that there was.
Thank you. That's my little card.
I did hear a rumor.
He's a Dutch.
Oh,
and he has his brother that works with him, and so he's actually Dutch brothers.
Oh, nice. We love our Dutch brothers here. I did hear a rumor though that there was plans of a Korra show, kind of that would tie in, but I don't know if that's wishful thinking or because I haven't heard anything about it since. But
is that fan made? Like those fan made ones,
because it got mentioned before the movie came out, and people, unless they saw, I don't know, but
yeah.
But I agree with Alex. If we don't get a movie, if we could at least get a show or something to finish the story, but I just don't think we got around.
I'd rather have a movie.
Oh, it's theatrical.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Definitely better.
I don't think they would want to spend all the money to make a, 6 or 5 show series and then end it.
Yeah.
I would be okay with it. It's better than nothing. But
well, yeah, it is better than nothing. But
I think it's easier for them to do a show.
Yeah.
Because you can spread it out over, whatever time. You're not tied down to anything. So, yeah.
Well, the video that I was looking for some reason on your phone on Instagram, you got the your repost little tab.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not on the laptop. So I was looking for a specific video of Bruce Boxletter at a convention a few weeks before release.
I saw it.
And he was basically saying that I'm not in the movie, but go see the movie, see it in the theater.
Wow.
Do not wait for it to come home on streaming, because if they don't see the numbers, a fourth one, he's like, I guarantee will not get made. But he's like, I'm hoping the best for this to happen, and wishing all the luck to Jared Leto, because success, and there's possibly room for him to come back in a fourth one. I have ideas. We can talk about that later on the Disney Plus release. We can talk about it.
We'll have plenty of time between now and the next Tron. So
yeah. And even Garrett Hedlund pretty much said the same thing at a recent convention. He's like, "No, I'm not in it," but there's a work. Even the director has confirmed that there's a treatment for a fourth movie if they're able to make it, and it does involve Sam and Korra, which that's how it ended. And stuff. So
I really hope some kind of premise or something for them to put that in there. I don't think they would have done that if there wasn't.
Exactly. And one more thing I wanted to say before I forget is I think I told this to Alex, or I might have mentioned it to Courtney, but I liked how the Kim sisters were both two halves of Kevin Flynn in one way. Eve was the into the games and the fun part of what Flynn was, but then her sister was into once he discover the ISOs was into making the world a better place and all this stuff. So
Great.
it was kind of cool that they kind of took made two characters out of Flynn's character in a way, which kind of I don't know. I thought that was really cool. So
yeah. I'm glad that Flynn was actually in it.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, well, how could he be in it? Well, that's because he's another version of Flynn.
Right.
It was left in that older world. So
yeah. And even says, "I exist because you're here," or something like that.
Yeah, like him coming into their, initialized that program to run or whatever,
But I liked once Ares, like I said, became the Tron character. I thought Athena became a great villain when she was chasing him. So.
Oh yeah.
So,
just like watching her in the recognizer, she's just like, she's pissed off.
I like her villain better than the Star Wars. What was the one with?
You're talking about the Boba Fett show, right?
Yeah. Book of Boba Fett. Yeah. That I think it was Book of Boba Fett, wasn't it?
Obi-Wan. You're talking about the third.
Oh, it's Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Well, they had the Inquisitors.
That's it. Yeah. That villain. That I didn't like that villain. But this villain was more believable.
Well, she
she was redeemed only to be killed. So I mean,
yeah.
Well, I mean, Athena though, she was just like pissed off that Ares wasn't like on her side anymore.
On her side, yeah.
She's like, I don't understand. You're malfunctioning or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And then even turns on Julie and like, what are you doing? What you told me to do at all costs. No, she was a great villain. Like I said, it was a great cast. I like those mostly unknowns, for me, anyways. And I see Evan Peters. I still think of him as the dude from Kick-Ass, even more than Quicksilver. But because I love Kick-Ass, so but no, he's turned into be a great actor, and
But that's what Disney does. Like I was saying, like you made one movie, here you go. But it's a little easier to do that with actors than producing and directing. And you've never written a whole movie before. Why don't you give it a shot? And here's a Star Wars. No.
So I think I speak for all of us that it's a great theatrical experience. While it's still out, please go see it. You will have a good time at the theater, even if you're not a huge fan. It is a fun. I mean, it's still a fun movie. So they kind of. You don't have to see the originals. I mean, it adds to it. It always does add to it.
Just from the
I know the original is hard to translate if you watch it for the first time now.
But like you said, it's an entertaining movie. You got to watch it for the entertainment.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything about the story and stuff, so
what would have helped with the marketing if we got another Electronica? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you're right. And that part of DCA is about to go away, so you might as well have used it,
Yeah. I get why they didn't, though, because all the Halloween stuff in that area. I mean,
but how cool would it be if you had the red recognizer standing out there?
It would be badass. No,
and where Flynn's Arcade was with the other Tron Legacy. When Tron Legacy came out, they made that back area of Flynn's Arcade.
Oh yeah, I still got the tokens.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, everybody, if it's still at theater, definitely go check it out. And if it's still in 3D, I highly recommend. I've seen it twice in just regular 3D, not just XD. But a lot of fun, and I hope we get another one. And I can't rate it by the roller coaster. But before we leave, we got, like I mentioned, me and Alex got a couple annual things going on. So if you want to remind,
can I do one thing first, though?
Absolutely.
Where's the spike that comes out?
Yeah, I don't have that feature. I don't know why.
Is that the Bluetooth speaker or just the?
No, it's just a regular.
I got the Rinsler disc and the Sam disc.
Yeah.
If the spike doesn't come out, it's a piece.
I'm mirrored, but it says Dillinger.
Nice.
That one's junk. The spike doesn't come out.
But I did get the the glow in the dark. And then this is mine from back when Legacy came out.
Yeah. Ask my niece. I'm like, do they got the frisbees still? Because you got to send me a few of the frisbees. But
are those from the theater?
No. This is actually from Disney World.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can't see it, but right there is my Legacy helmet.
Oh, nice.
That was from eBay, right?
Yeah. Well, it also came from Disney World. I just wasn't going to get down there, but this is what I'm saying. We have friends in Florida, so they picked this up for me and shipped it. Because
nice.
The other thing I think Disney did wrong is they waited until the movie came out to put these things out. They could have had them out ahead of time.
Oh yeah,
especially at the park. But
unless they weren't prepared to make more and sell out before the movie comes out, like Cinemark.
Maybe. I mean, these have sold out. I actually picked up 2 extra ones. I'm going to hold on to them because I know
for a rainy day.
The blue one went away really fast.
For a rainy day.
Yeah, and then I'll put them on eBay.
Yeah. No, you're going to be outside.
Yeah.
Did you bring your umbrellas? Sorry.
I hope.
Oh yeah,
your umbrellas. I love that. Sorry, I'm looking for one more thing, but yeah, I hope to get some of that stuff too. But Alex, what do we got going on coming up?
Yeah, we got MouseCon. We're super excited. We always love showing up for MouseCon Bay Area in Concord. It is going down Sunday, November 2nd. As we have now the past 2 years, this will be our 3rd time getting our MouseCon pre-funk on at Epidemic Ales in Concord. 6:30 to 9:30, their regularly scheduled karaoke night will be taken over by the Disney Universe and Fresh Hops podcast. Of course, anytime we can marry Disney and beer, we do. So we'll be having Disney karaoke that night. Last 2 years, it's been a good time. A lot of their regular patrons, big Disney fans, and good to put them up on the little Disney con we know and love that's going on in their backyard. So if you are from the greater Bay Area, Northern California, and you're not doing anything on the 1st and 2nd of November, come on out to Concord. We will also have a contingent of the Walt's Apartment crew going to the Walt Disney Family Museum on Saturday afternoon. I'm going to say about noon, 1.
Closer to 1.
I've never been there. I'd love to go.
That's so cool.
Whenever Sam is off the plane.
Yeah.
In San Francisco, they'll be there. And as well, want to shout out for MouseCon. They do generally, for those of you who are looking for a little more low-key Disneyana involved Saturday night, they do have a pin trading event at the hotel, the Concord Plaza Inn, I believe is what it's called, Concord Plaza Hotel, which is where the event is held. They have a pin trading event the night before on Saturday as well. MouseCon is going to be a good time. A lot of great voice talents. Forgive me for not remembering the names to go with them, but the voice of Mama Imelda from Coco, the voice of Miguel from Coco. We've got the voice of Andy from Toy Story, Bonnie from Toy Story, Boo from Monsters, Inc. There's going to be some great animators there. And this all falling over Dia de las Muertas weekend. So great time to be getting some signatures from Coco talent out there. There's going to be adventurous ideas. JB, we mentioned, and his crew will be out there talking about all the fun stuff that they are doing as far as creating original stories and content for those of us Disney fans. As much as we love our Disney stories, we're ready for some original content. So check out Adventurous Ideas. And you see Joey, if you are watching the visual version of this on YouTube, show all these amazing.
Wait for it. There we are.
Yeah. All the amazing talents and just creators, people who are going to be at MouseCon. So I believe it is mousecon.com for the link to all of their websites and socials, as they do a few different shows. But yeah, come out, join us at MouseCon. It's going to be a blast. You know, we're going to be recording there and hopefully getting a little bit of video and bringing some fun stuff back for you guys to enjoy here on the DU TV. So yeah, come check us out at MouseCon. Come check us out at Epidemic Ales.
That sounds like fun. I wish I still lived down there.
Somebody will be winning a raffle of a pair of tickets to MouseCon. The winners last year showed up and said hi, so we got a picture of them.
Oh, so fun!
We've got some fun raffle prizes for our table too. So make sure you come by Disney Universe Walt's apartment table while we're there. I know our friend Lou Sunken City Designs is going to be up with some of his art. So yeah, just come out if you're a fan of like-minded Disney individuals. You want to meet some of the voices and artists behind some of your favorite movies. If you want to find some tchotchkes and collectibles, things you thought may have never been in your collection, either because you thought you might never get your hands on them or because you didn't know they existed. Original art and collectibles from awesome artists, tattoo artists, all kinds of stuff right here in your backyard in the Bay Area. Or even if it's not in your backyard, come up. We'll find other stuff for you to do to make the trip worthwhile. So come up to MouseCon, have a good time, see the Disney Universe and Walt's Apartment podcast in our natural habitat.
With a beer in hand and Disney talk happening. So
yeah, a little hangover. Come find out why and how we are so hungover on Saturday night. Stay for the
Taco Bell. Absolutely. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, and that'll be our next episode. Actually, probably our live on location, our live recorded on location episode from MouseCon with our friends. So, but before we leave, again, Jason, Steve, if you could remind our listeners and viewers, and thank you for your guys' friends for chiming in and commenting on the show. We like to boost the signal and collaborate. So just let people know where they can find you both.
Yeah, I'll let you take this one since I did it last
time. You can find us at signsofamusement.com.
Is that it?
No. On YouTube and Signs of Amusement on Instagram, on Facebook. We do shows. Monday night is our build show. Friday night is our ride through commentary. Saturday is our Discover Magic podcast. And lastly, the last Sunday of the month, usually we have our What's This Trivia. So
also
it's a lot of fun. We got some good prizes.
We do the only show that's recorded.
Yeah.
We are doing every animated and what we call it, hybrid, like Tron or Mary Poppins. We were doing those in order, reviewing every one of them. So we have 3 years worth of content.
Nice.
Every other Wednesday.
So we have to stay friends for 3 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, the challenge.
Yeah. But we just did 101 Dalmatians. So that's where we're at. And I don't know if it's going to be out this Wednesday. It might be the following Wednesday because we're changing format a little bit. But yes, stay tuned for that. Also, like I was just saying, Tron. Well, if I wasn't mirrored.
No, you're not. You're good.
No, it's mirrored.
Not on our end.
Not on our end.
Oh, well, it's mirrored on mine. But I was going to say, Joey, if you want to collaborate on this and
sure.
Show you put it on your socials, we'll give this away.
Cool. We'll figure out a way to do that right away.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Only would suggest is that they follow both of us on,
of course,
and then you can
YouTube and the gram.
Yeah, and you handle that, and I'll ship it up. So
perfect. Well, cool, man. Well, thanks, and appreciate that, and look forward to hanging out with you guys again soon.
I could drive 14 hours and I can get there.
Exactly. Get on it.
That's
a few quick little shout outs. Thank you, babe, once again for getting me my light up Tron.
That is so
cup.
Cool.
And I thought he was going to jump in, but for those of you who do not know, little Walter Pun is now joined us in the world here. He's 16 days old today. I love that. That's so cool.
Nice.
And Ryan was going to sneak in and have a little introduction, but
that's cool.
Fatherhood is
congratulations.
but already. Yeah. So we'll see him soon. But Yeah, but before we go, once again, we'd like to thank our very special programs.
Yes, our programs here on the grid that is the Disney Universe. And it's not forgetting the grid that is Instagram. It's been a while since we've had one of these episodes where we asked for your comments. Luckily, 2 of the comments here were left by our DU crew. So I'm going to shout out first Jacob, Alfredo, Salah, Jen, and Tyler. And then I will bring it home to John Zancanero, who writes, as someone who works in IT, I love how the tech lingo makes appearances in these movies. I enjoyed Tron Ares greatly. The visuals, as always, were top notch. So thank you very much, John, for being part of the DU crew and participating with us online. As well, another DU crew member, Wedge Antilles, writes, I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm going to go see it this weekend. So at time of recording, you should have seen it, Wedge.
He has
I've heard the soundtrack about a dozen times now. Really great soundtrack. Thank you very much, Wedge, both for being part of the DU crew and for participating with us here online. And if you want to participate with us online, no charge. Go follow us over there, Disney Universe Podcast on Instagram, Facebook. We love putting up posts to get your feedback before we get in and record these episodes. But if you do want to be part of the greatest crew on the real world or the grid, go over to patreon.com/DU crew for all the details on how you can be like these 2 fine gentlemen and the 5 people I mentioned before. And the other one, if I'm missing someone, but I think we're around 3. I don't know. If I forgot you tonight, sincerest apologies. But please go become part of the DU crew so that we can Tron uprise into a 4th movie as a DU crew, you know.
Sark.
Nice.
Shall we rename it Instagrid now? Not Instagram.
Yeah, Instagrid. But I do have, because I got a message and Wedge did send me a message after seeing it. So, but the first message I got,
update.
Yes, was from one of the artists you'll see at MouseCon, my tattoo artist here out of Vacaville, Matt Robinson Tattoo. I would like to say I was going in expecting it not to be that good because I'm not the biggest Jared Leto fan, but then going in, it took me a little bit to get into it, but I see his character turned out to be good and definitely love the flashbacks to the original movie. I just wish they did have more tie-in into the second one, but still, I was actually better than I thought it was going to be. So that seemed to be, that seemed to be kind of like one of the ongoing trends there. And let me see, because I don't know if he messaged me on Instagram, like personal. Nope. Yeah, personal. So pardon our and this is why we don't go live very often, because I totally forgot the comments. So.
Yeah, that's so weird.
We don't prepare, we just hit record. That's the fun part.
I will say the guy that I commented on his video, when he replied, like he did, even though he didn't like it, he still had nice things to say about the movie. So,
nice.
Okay, Jared Leto, right?
It was.
So 2 days after he said I haven't seen it yet, I just saw Tron Ares. It was amazing. I'm definitely going to see it again. And then we had a little text conversation. So nice. I'm going for number 3 tomorrow. And he texted back, I'm going to see it this afternoon as well. The first time I saw it was in Dolby Digital, so I can get the first experience. But now I think I'm going to see it in 3D and experience the full soundtrack this time too. So thank you, Wedge. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Alex.
Even if you you think you might not enjoy it, it's worth seeing because you probably will enjoy it.
Yeah,
I've seen that comment so many times.
It's the reason. That's the reason why they make movie theaters.
Yeah,
to see something.
And even if we may not like him and may not agree with sending used condoms to your castmates, thank you, Jared Leto, as a Tron fan, as a 9 Inch Nails fan, and as a fan of having a good time at the movie theater. Thank you for making sure this movie happened. If you've got to put twice as much into the next one, so be it. You signed up for this shit, okay? You made the bed we're sleeping in, and it's fully used condoms. So let's get them out of there and get this movie back on the big screen with another one. I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, there's a little too much. I got into the used condoms thing. But anyways, we're about out of time here. Let's get out of here. I'm still don't got all my sound stuff here to do my outro music, so I will do an outro slightly different this time, and I'll just say
end of line.